The Boise Chordsmen are bringing their signature sound to the stage with an all-new show that's all about the bright lights of Broadway. Joining us today, we have Artistic Director Zach Grublinghoff, or Mr. G, otherwise known as, and Performance Coordinator, we have Brad Kiddo, to preview what audiences can expect and to share what makes barbershop harmony so darn special. So welcome to both of you. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's talk about barbershop singing. This might be new to some people, right?
Sure.
Okay, so what makes it different from other styles of music?
Right, so barbershop harmony is 4-part a cappella singing, meaning a cappella, no instruments. You may have seen in like Family Guy or in movies like Straw Hats, Striped Shirts.
Disneyland, when you go to Disneyland.
Dapper
Yep,
Dans,
yep.
absolutely. They're still vibrant, they're still
Yep.
doing their thing. But that's the genre is 4-part a cappella singing, but it's different than other styles because the melody is in an inner voice instead of the top voice. Usually like a soprano part or the highest tenor voice usually takes the melody. Not in barbershop, it's in those middle voices.
In the middle voices.
Yeah, it's
get
weird.
The stage.
Yeah.
All right. I like
the
that.
world.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, and so this year you guys have a theme on your show coming up. You chose Broadway. So what kind of songs can people expect when they attend your performance?
Yeah, so every year when we do a show, we usually always have a theme of some sort. And so this year was Barbershop on Broadway. Kind of the cool thing about barbershop is so much music has been barbershopped.
Yes.
And so we're going to be putting on a show that actually has 14 different Broadway shows represented
Oh, cool.
by 8 different barbershop quartets along with the chorus that they just saw.
Oh, wow.
There's 9 ensembles singing
9
these shows.
ensembles.
Yeah.
How many gentlemen?
35.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys have a really great group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's a
big
good size.
group. That's
Yeah.
a good size. Okay. Obviously, when you have this many gentlemen, that's a lot of work. So
Yeah.
tell us about what you actually, what it takes to put on a performance like this, but both musically and then also when it comes to the term of staging, right?
Yeah.
There's some choreography with that.
So we have to like choose music well in advance. All of this music that we're about to sing, we started working on like a couple of pieces last year.
Yeah.
But then we started in January with a brand new set and doing all of this work so that we can get pitches, rhythms, all that stuff situated so that we can start working towards the performance side of things now.
Yeah.
And then having a plan, we're talking about what does this song mean as we're rehearsing it so that when we get to the day of, on Saturday, we have this opportunity to really get to share and express in a physical way, not just vocally, but in a physical gesture too.
Yeah, it's the entire performance top down,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate your attention to detail and explaining the process, right?
Sorry, I'm a teacher.
The logistics and intricacy. It's not just like, learn this song, do some moves, you're done.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's some deep thought that goes into this.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, down to the tonality and making sure that your pitches are right and
Yeah.
getting that down before you even do the emoting and the connecting and all the things
Yeah.
that make a performance a performance.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Right?
really,
Yeah.
this show kind of turns itself into a Broadway show. We're having, there's like some voiceover work setting up each song before we sing it, just so that there's some context for the audience who maybe has not seen the Broadway show to understand where we get to by this part in the show.
Where
with
you're
the
coming
song.
from and where you're going.
That's exactly right.
Yes, I love that. Okay, and barbershop music, a long tradition, right?
Yeah.
So how does the Boise Chordsmen keep that tradition alive while making it fresh for a new audience? Right?
Well,
Something
yeah.
relatable.
Yeah, so the barbershop started in 1928, I
Yeah.
think, in barbershops. That's why it's called that.
Yeah.
And it was just men doing what they call woodshedding, just, you sing the melody and then I'll harmonize with
Right.
it. That's how barbershop got started.
Wow.
So, and the Chordsmen have been doing this for over 60 years here in the Treasure Valley. So, but yeah, having someone come in that is fresh, a fresh face to teach us how to show our face and show what we're singing is how we keep it fresh for us,
Yes, yes.
which keeps it fresh for the audience
Right.
as well.
I've arranged 3 of the songs that the Chordsmen will sing, and they're newer musicals as well. So it keeps it like we're singing stuff from Hamilton. We're singing something from Shrek.
So you're taking something with a strong traditional foundation and you're giving it a new twist.
That's
Right.
right.
Exactly.
Where can
right.
our viewers go so they can get their tickets and attend?
Yeah, so BoiseChordsmen.com, and it's Chordsmen.
Okay.
Always remember Chordsmen. They can go right on there and get tickets, and I believe there was a QR code maybe going to get shown during this segment so that people can click on that as well.
And there it is for you right
Dun,
there.
dun, dun,
Use
dun.
the QR code. Gentlemen, thank you both so much. Greatly appreciate it. And what an amazing art you both have. I
Thank
love
you so
it.
much.
All right, everyone, stick around. More to come right here on Idaho Today, right after the break.